And we'll take the, well, I'd say the right side gives us all kinds of options. So let's go for the right track this time. Okay, so we are fighting the chosen one. Let's start off with a panache, of course. 10 damage is incoming. Lovely. So, do we want to go for the bomb? I mean, we can block off 8 damage. And then do the bomb thing. And we'll be taking in, well, 2 damage is fine. I'll take it. We should be healing this up anyway. And, oh, we still have 1 energy remaining, so yeah, we'll draw something that's, no luck there. I'm not sure what I was expecting to draw exactly. So 2 damage goes through, and this guy is not doing anything. He's doing nothing offensive this turn, and it's not exactly amazing because we have a lot of defensive stuff going on here. Let's upgrade the cards at least, and well, I guess Iron Wave is the way to go. I'd say it's okay if we use up everything here, because I don't expect this combat to be that long. That we're gonna miss it much. But this clash is gonna definitely help it make it go faster. Okay, let's end the turn and see what's going on next turn. So this guy is telling us to suffer, giving us Hex, that whenever you play a non-attack card, we get some dazed stuff into your draw pile. Okay, so 43 damage. He's not gonna do damage again, and due to this Hex stuff, let's just play attack cards. So yeah, Twin Strike, Pommel Strike. Sure, let's draw some cards, maybe we'll get more good attacks. Not really. And then, yeah, let's just finish it off with a Whirlwind. And let's see what he brings to the table. We could go for Madness. Not in a rush to finish this one so fast. 15 gold. Reduce the cost of all cards in your hand to 1 this turn. Is not gonna be something for our deck. Deal 7 damage twice. We already have 1 Twin Strike. And Work Right, draw 1 card, put a random card from your hand onto the top of your draw pile. Exhaust. No, thank you. We do have enough money to go to the store though. Yeah, let's do that. So, some relics. Whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max HP. We already had a curse. At the start of combat, apply vulnerable, or start each elite combat with 2 strength. None of these are exactly amazing. And if you look at the cards up here, then deal 11 damage to all enemies, 5 damage to all enemies, and heal at the end of your turn. 10 damage for 0, that's interesting though. Or put an attack from your draw pile into your hand and exhaust. So we could basically pick anything. I kinda like both of them. Do we have money to remove? Yeah. Okay, also let's remove some card, whichever one we don't like that much. There aren't that many, to be fair. I don't wanna... I'd say Havoc is kind of... It's so random, that's the problem with it, so let's just get rid of it. And let's proceed to the next enemies. We do want to keep fighting, I believe. Because, yeah. Get some more monies, more cards. Okay, so we have 10 damage coming in. We don't really have any defense, but there are some sweet attacks that we can. 14 damage to all enemies X times. Well, isn't that lovely? I guess that's our answer. That's a quick combat. Perfect. It was one of the quickest combats ever. Anger plus deal 8 damage. Add a copy of this card into your discard pile. Strength, probably not. 7 block and 4 exhausting 1 card. No, thank you. But this 8 damage for 0 could be a thing. And we get 1 copy into our discard pile. Sure, let's take it. Let's see how this one goes. So this snake plant was a bit tricky if I remember it correctly. And what was up with it is that it's malleable, meaning that upon receiving attack damage it gains 3 block. Block gain increases as malleable is triggered, resets to 3 at the start of your turn. Which means we need to do a lot of damage in order to make it go through. And it's gonna do 21 damage. Oof. Okay, so from here we probably want to block as much as we can. Which means we can upgrade one of these block cards. So 19 damage. Yeah, let's do damage and block. Probably we're not gonna catch all of the damage that they're gonna do to us. But again, maybe 17, 21. So yeah, some of it still goes through. But keep in mind we can still heal some at the end of the combat. So not really a big problem. There's, well, I'd say let's put the ticking time bomb ticking. No point in making the enemy lose strength, but yeah, let's do double strike and let's just end our turn. Okay, so 21 damage coming over again, and we are weakened, plus frail. So we will gain less block from cards. Or we can play the same game, so less strength for you. So we don't really care what you do, but 4 damage, that's not really a lot. But keep in mind, I guess we did play Panache, so if we play a lot of cards, we get some free damage from there. Now, going from here, I mean, it's not going to do any damage to us, right? So what we can... so many cards in our hand. Let's just do madness, see what happens. So Shrug It Off is clearly free. We're playing cards as many as we can. We get another time bomb. I mean, we already have 1 going, and by the time this one triggers, there should be no enemy remaining. So, yeah, let's not overthink it. Let's just do as much damage as we have or can, and yeah, we cannot play this one, so yeah, 7 more damage. And we can put something on top of our draw pile. Let's say block just in case. And I guess Whirlwind does nothing, but yeah, okay, it doesn't trigger this one. And yeah, putting something on top of our draw pile. So maybe more blocks just in case. Everything got blocked as expected. We have 10 HP remaining. If we want, we can make him lose all of his attack basically. Question is, can we do enough damage this turn? So yeah, definitely. GG. So 15 gold, an energy potion, and let's take a look at the cards. So everything that we already have, they're upgraded, but we don't have the space for those cards. And we get another session with the merchant, except we don't really have any money. So I mean, we can take a look at the cards at least, but yeah, it's a bit of a waste of moves. So we either take the elite enemy or upgrade our cards. I don't know if we need to take the elite enemy. I mean, I guess we'll eventually have to take one anyway, but let's upgrade cards first. And what do we want to upgrade? I wanted to see what happens if we upgrade the bomb again. That was the 50 damage. And then 14 damage to all enemies. Spanache is lovely. Upgrading Whirlwind with many enemies could be a thing. But then again, just having this ability to do armaments and upgrade all the cards in your hand for the rest of the combat. Yeah, I still want to go for this one. And let's do a normal enemy. So we have this shell parasite along with a fungi beast. And hey, maybe it's the same armaments we just upgraded. We have 10 damage incoming. We have actually 2 armaments. So probably Madness for starters, which gives us the free armaments and 17 damage to all enemies X times. Thank you very much. That almost ends the encounter. Still 15 damage coming through. Probably want to do shrug it off just to minimize the damage coming through. Yeah, that's all we can do this round. This 2 HP will be healed anyway, so we're good. Okay. 27 damage, that's serious. Sure, let's take down the strength. Okay, Panache should have gone before that, I guess, but let's take an attack into our hand. Yeah, 3 damage. Although we had enough energy to actually do stuff. So let's deal 9 damage. Let's deal 11 damage. And let's, I guess, yeah, wrap it up with a clash. Lovely. 15 gold, and these cards deal 3 damage to a random enemy 4 times, or deal 14 damage strength effects. And deal damage equal to your block. Body slam is interesting. Yeah, let's take it. Not sure it's the best option, but from here we will go for an elite enemy. Oof, that one we need to kill off as soon as we can. Okay, so what do we have going on for us? We can gain a little bit of a block. Let's see what secret weapon we can bring out. Can gain 5 more block. Or just deal 10 damage. I think block is the way to go. Okay, so we will gain 5 block and deal 14 damage. We will gain 5 more block and deal 6 damage. Leaving us with Oh, headbutt we can just do for the fun of it. Let's put the block back, and then let's deal 11 damage because we have that much block remaining. That's all we can do this turn. So 2 damage went through. Oof, the time bomb is such a lovely thing to try to get again. And we can upgrade all cards. So I'd say it makes sense to gain the block and upgrade cards, leaving us to 0 madness. This card draw hurts sometimes, you know. But with madness we have like 50% chance, so we got lucky. So we get the free time bomb, we deal 11 more damage, draw 2 cards, and perhaps we can get some 0 cost cards going on. And that is true, so we get both the clash and the anger. So yeah, let's do clash first, anger next. And whirlwind, oh, we could just play it for fun, for the fun of it. So 18 damage coming and 6 go through, meaning that, well, 21 this time, so it's getting worse and worse. But we can make the enemy lose some strength, so that will help us tremendously actually. Leading us to be able to block it all off with, well, the card was called Shrug It Off, so we get 11 damage for free and 8 damage times 2 for the cost of 1. Now the time bomb is about to hit, I believe. At the end of this turn, it will deal 50 damage, meaning that it doesn't really matter what we do at the moment, so we can do everything. So anger plus for no cost at all. We don't have any... okay, we have 1 damage, 1 block, but we don't really have 1 block, I don't know. Is it the bug or something? So we'll just keep it, it's okay. The time bomb did its job. So a pair, upon pickup, raise your max HP by 10. Lovely, some buffer. And we get the choice of this turn, your next attack is played twice, or put 3 random attacks from your draw pile into your hand and exhaust violence. That's a lot of attacks, but what's the point of it? I mean, I guess it's kind of like card draw, but specifically focused on attacks versus this turn, your next attack is played twice. I would say probably violence is the card we want to go for, and you want to add a little bit of a card draw in our deck, so we go either left or right, doesn't matter much, so let's go left this time. See what we get from here, 50 gold, and negate the next 2 curses you obtain, lovely. And we get an elite enemy with 3 representatives, Taskmaster and 2 slavers. And again we get another chance to go for the time bomb. Let's start, ooh, that's a lot of incoming damage. Let's upgrade all the cards that are not upgraded yet. And to be fair, at this point, whatever, I want to say whatever madness does works for us, but let's still increase our chances to get this to the bomb to 0 if possible. So madness went to Shrug It Off, but it's okay because, well, darn it. Okay, Master of Strategy comes into play. So we get 11 damage if we want to, and we get 9 more damage for free. And more block. Does it? Oof. Does this mean... Okay, let's just do some damage. Swift Strike, 9 damage to this guy from the other attack, then we gain 5 block and deal 6 more damage. We will not be doing time bomb, but perhaps that's fine. So 25, 32 damage coming through, meaning that 4 will get past our block. Should be okay though, because of healing and stuff. Okay, so incoming 19 damage, and the guy who's the kind of lowest HP is not attacking us this time. This means that... Okay, we'll do armaments for sure, which upgrades our other cards. 8 damage twice. And 19 damage. And we have only 5 block remaining, eh? Let's check out our discard pile. Does anything help us here? So 11 block and 1 card. I'd say, yeah, let's take it. So I'm probably not gonna wait for the time bomb. I was thinking to shrug it off, just in case. So let's shrug it off, as said. Ooh. There are no ways for me to get more block, but body slam seems to be a good way to go here. So we'll deal 2 damage. Okay, but I cannot play Clash because of the curse. I guess I couldn't either before, but I just didn't notice. Hoping we can finish this guy off with the last attack. So we get the wound into our discard pile. 6 damage to all enemies X times. Okay, so we could put an attack from our draw pile into our hand. Let's wait, is it draw pile? Let's see what we get. Okay, it's random. Let's see more cards. Actually, there's nothing left. Okay, so that was kind of a useless move. But this is not the best round ever. Okay, we have some dark shackles, meaning that we can kind of neutralize at least a few of these guys. Start regaining some HP. Yeah, sure, armaments will do. We have 10 damage incoming. We can block some more damage, then we can focus on trying to kill the slaver here. So yeah, swift strike for some more damage, and ooh. Okay, we gain some more block, so we can do body slam with 15 damage, and that's the end of this turn. Okay, time bomb we're not gonna deal with. 6 damage times 3 is not enough. Oh, but we can play. Okay, we still have some non-attack cards. So we'll do pommel strike. Can we wrap this one up though? So choose a card to put on top of your draw pile. We want something free, because if we put shrug it off, we can draw it and then deal 11 damage to end the encounter. So start each combat with 1 strength. I'll take it. And if you take a look at the cards, 42 damage. Oh my god, that's a magic number. Okay, into vulnerable. Oh yeah, we're gonna just gonna skip these ones. of course we're gonna go for the upgrade of the cards, and I do want to do this whirlwind again. So 8 damage to all enemies X times. And the question is, do we go for the elite enemies or the normal ones? Okay, so let's just go for the elite, no questions asked. Another painful stabs is waiting for us here, and we of course don't have anything to defend ourselves with. There is an option to deal 18 times 4 damage though. Okay. And we can put 3 random attacks from your draw pile into our hands and exhaust this stuff. So 12 damage is on the table. And we have a bunch of 0 cost cards, so madness is also useless-ish. Let's see what violence brings on the table. Okay, so more free damage. It considers us to have 10 block somehow. I'm not sure how it figures that one out, because I don't see any block on my character. But for 0 cost we get 18 damage. For 0 cost we get 12 damage. Then we could do 40 damage, but still questionable. Maybe we'll get the free time bomb. Oh my god, we got so lucky again. So time bomb for sure. So in 3 damage this encounter should end regardless. And we still haven't used any energy whatsoever. But seems like 14 damage for 1 energy is a good way to start. Then body slam just for the fun of it. And we'll do 30 damage, so no block at all. 12 damage will come through, unfortunately. But this does show that our deck is a little light on the blocking aspect, or we were just very unlucky. Okay, so 18 damage again incoming. And if you look at what we have now, we have some more block. So let's start with upgrading all the cards. This allows us to draw 4 more cards. And yeah, this Dark Shackles is actually really useful in this situation. So we will take no damage whatsoever, and we can just focus on attacks. Too bad Clash doesn't work. So we have effectively 2 energy to deal maximum damage, which leads us to... Darn. Okay, so we do get 1 more attack. I guess, wait, did it put it on the top of the draw pile? Okay, it goes to our hand, so nothing is for free. But we could do some card management with Headbutt. Let's go for it. So 11 damage. And what we want to put on top of the draw pile is most likely preparing us for the next turn. And I would say probably block is justified, just in case. And then, yeah, the most damage we can do is actually 9. And that's the end of it. So they do 0 damage. That's what we like to see. And going from here, they have 68 damage HP remaining. But the time bomb is ticking, I want to remind you. So panache, just for the fun of it. Regardless, we don't have to think too much about that one. 11 damage from here. Dark Shackles just in case, so maximum they'll be able to do is 12 damage at the moment. 11 more damage to get the time bomb ticking closer to their own demise. And wait, let's just check. At the end of this turn, yeah, 4 times. So this should be enough to let the time bomb do its do its work. Okay, so we get 30 gold, a sundial. Every 3 times you shuffle your draw pile, gain 2 energy. That's not going to be a very often or occurring thing. Gain 2 dexterity and the card to your hand. We don't want to go for bludgeon, it's too expensive. Exhume is something I haven't seen yet, so put the card from your exhaust pile into your hand. Exhaust, nope. And deal 5 damage to all enemies. This one we actually got a chance to pick at the beginning, I believe, but we will not grab any cards from this round. So we do have to keep in mind we can negate the next 2 curses, but we do not get any curses this time. We just get the chance to get rid of one of the cards in our deck. Is there anything we want to remove actually? This violence is not very impressive card so far. Everything else we kind of like. Maybe Iron Wave is weakish, but removing block at this time seems also kind of like madness. So let's just... yeah, I'd say Twin Strike. We have enough damage going on in the deck. And another elite enemy is waiting for us. That is 27 damage. That can potentially hurt us. Lovely. Okay, what potions we have? Dexterity and energy, but none of these will help us. Okay, so the block does 10 damage because of one of the relics we have, I guess. Do we have any card draw? Nothing really. Okay, so Dark Shackles makes sense on the 13 attack. Then we can do 10 damage, but it doesn't really help us at all. Okay, Iron Wave. It might be so that... again, we can try Madness. It did work on Iron Wave, which is lovely, but 10 damage. Okay, yeah, we will gain 5 block, deal 15 damage. Let's pick this target as they have the lowest HP. And then we'll do some damage with the body slam, but 5 block is all we're gonna get out of this round. Which means it's a bit of an ouch. But hopefully we get to deal with the damage this time. So again, let's see what we can get from random drawing effectively. Armaments make sense. Would be nice to get rid of the bomb somehow so we could play Clash, but I don't think it's gonna happen this time. Actually, are we willing to do 2 energy extra for the bomb? Yeah, let's do it. So we will get rid of the bomb, meaning we can play the Clash. After that, probably we do take the block. And we want to take down the Slaver, for sure. The question is if we want to draw a lot of cards or just deal 7 damage to all enemies. Whirlwind probably makes sense at the moment, because we won't have any energy left anyway. Huh, Panache, or not. Wait, Whirlwind didn't cost us any energy, or we got 1 extra energy somehow. Doesn't matter, we'll work with what we have. So Swift Strike comes into play. We get to draw 3 more cards. No use of using up the Dark Shackles at the moment, so that's how we end the turn. $20 damage coming in. Simply lovely. And the time bomb is still ticking for a while. And we are entangled, which means we cannot play attacks this turn, which is fine, I guess. We will do armaments. We will shrug it off. Maybe we'll get more. And we will make the enemy lose some attack power this turn, so this means we will not be taking any extra damage. With 5 block to spare. Okay, entangle this off. And time bomb will be triggering this at the end of this turn, meaning that we just need to do some damage to one of those dudes. And let's just keep it simple. So 30 damage, time bomb, and we can move forward from this one. So 30 gold. We do get self-forming clay whenever you lose HP, gain 3 block next turn. And the fire potion that deals 20 damage just out of the box. The cards we can choose, one of them is Feed Plus, deal 12 damage if fatal, raise your max HP by 4. That definitely is fascinating. Put the card from your exhaust pile into your hand, exhaust with Exhume, and corruption skills cost 0. Whenever you play a skill, exhaust it. So I will take the feed, gives us a chance to get more buffer in terms of the HP. From the next campsite, I mean, it's a consideration to raise our HP a little bit. While resting versus upgrading a card. Not to risk it, let's just heal up a bit. And proceed to the boss. Ooh. The collector is facing us this time. Okay, so we're not sure what they're gonna do this time, but they're definitely not attacking, meaning we should attack for sure. So actually we do get a chance to draw a lot of cards for attacking. So secret weapon. Let's take Swift Strike so it doesn't cost any energy. So energy we can spend on these body slams, etc. And then let's draw 3 more cards with Master of Strategy. That's not a bad starting hand. There's no point in using Dexterity in this round. Okay, so feed is there. It's just a question of what does the most damage. Let's start with Anger because it's free. Probably Swift Strike is also a good thing to use for its 0 cost. Then we can kind of Pommel Strike, Headbutt. Headbutt makes sense because maybe we can put some of those 3 damage cards on top again of our draw pile. And if we did Pommel Strike, for example, we can draw something like the Swift Strike that we just put there and use it again for no energy cost at all. Then Body Slam is for free, but So Feed does a lot of damage. Yeah, I mean Body Slam could do some damage. We'll use it anyway, but I think we'll just go for 11 damage and draw a card. Maybe we get something good. Nope, we're not gonna be using it this time. So, like 90-ish damage from turn 1. I'll take it. It summons some minions, which do intend to attack alongside with the main dude itself. Dark Shackles comes into play at a nice time. I will check if does it make sense. Okay, so first of all, let's make the enemy lose strength, so that will help us a little bit with damage mitigation. Then we do want to gain some block and draw a card. We don't mind gaining 5 block and upgrading all cards in our hand. And if we do use Madness, it's gonna exhaust it for no reason at all, but Clash allows us to deal 20 damage, so a bunch of damage coming through, but we'll survive this easily. Okay, so what we have on our table right now is actually an opportunity to do Whirlwind if we want to. That would mean 30 damage, which would take care of the minions. Or we go the defensive route, which only gives us 5 block effectively. Yeah, I would say probably 10 damage times whatever the energy we had. Okay, we get 2 energy back actually, because we killed the 2 minions. That's lovely. I didn't take account for that one. So probably we want to reduce the damage taken. Still have 1 more energy. We can deal the 10 damage, not a problem. Yeah, let's do Pommel Strike, see what we draw. Swift Strike, 3 damage, and then we deal with the Body Slam for 13 extra damage. And 7 will go through, but we have plenty to spare still. So probably this time it's gonna summon its minions again. So Dark Shackles makes no sense, we just wanna do as much damage as we can, which is a bit of a problem because we cannot do Clash. Yeah, so we will do Headbutt. What do we want to put on top of our draw pile? Maximum damage, likely. Let's see, can we draw a card this turn? 3 damage just in case. Yeah, okay, we'll gain some, we'll do some damage using this block hybrid, but effectively 20 damage though. I don't want to miss out on it just on the cautious side, so 20 damage, but we did have to exhaust some cards. 1 specifically, but 26 remaining, meaning that next turn we can perhaps potentially wrap this boss fight. So they made us vulnerable and frail. Oh, they didn't summon anything. Okay. So they're not attacking again. But the options we have here, okay, so 3 damage from Anger and Swift Strike. Then we can draw a card with Pommel Strike, and we're almost done here, so we'll wrap it up with a Headbutt. Lovely. Floor 2 is cleared, which leaves us with the last floor. So regarding the cards, Secret Weapon, we have 1, that's enough I would say. Then Reaper Plus, deal 5 damage to all enemies, is not something very exciting. And Fiendfire I would also skip on, that's it. Let's take a look at the loot we can choose from. So Philosopher's Stone, gain energy at the start of your turn. All enemies start combat with strength 1, which will boost everything against us. Velvet Choker, gain energy at the start of your turn. You cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. I do not want to make us limited by that. Whenever, okay, Runic Cube, whenever you lose HP, draw 1 card. I'd say Philosopher's Stone makes sense because 1 strength, probably we can play an extra attack card or something like that, so we'll take it.